Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jonna. This is Jonna OMG. Today I'll be reviewing Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 8. This is the season finale, y'all. An iconic ending. We made it thus far. It was a whirlwind. Not a good one. I want to be off the roller coaster. But let's go ahead and get right on into this review. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. So remember last episode, we ended at Giselle and Ashley's GNA athleisure fashion line, which was a drab. But anyway, you remember there was an altercation between Deborah and Kiarna. So Deborah had approached Candace, like, what's that stuff you were talking about? Sesame Street, say it to my say it to my face, say it to my face. Candace was really paying her dust. She was like, girl, don't talk to me. Like, you the help. Don't even address me. Like, who are you? Don't talk to me. So it seemed like Candace was trying to, granted, we didn't see the actual footage, but from the audio, it seemed like Candace was, trying to pay her dust. So Kiarna was like, this is not the place. It's not the time. It's not the place. So apparently, what ended up happening was, fast forward to this episode, what ended up happening was Deborah was talking, mess to Candace, like, say it to my face. I guess Candace put her hand up and kind of like, I don't think she actually put her hand in her face. She just was like again, like I'm saying, paying her dust. Deborah throws her drink onto Candace. Kiarna, I think, was trying to diffuse the situation. So, like, push Deborah, but not aggressively, like, girl, I'm trying to fight you, just trying to separate Deborah from Candace at this point. That's what my mind is going to. And that's really what I think happened. Deborah, I guess, assumed Kiana was trying to fight her girl, and so threw a glass at this girl Kay's head. I mean, the girl was actually bleeding, y'all, from her head. So I guess they got the tussling on the floor. I don't know who officially broke up the fight, but what a mess. What a mess. Like, blood was actually running down her forehead, y'all. Like, they had to call the ambulance, or she had to go to the hospital. Wendy later on told us that they didn't leave the hospital until like 4 a.m. Like, emergency rooms are just chaotic anyway. But oh my goodness. All because of Deborah didn't like being called Sesame Street. Well, girl, don't look like one, and we wouldn't call you one. But I really don't like how Ashley was trying to put it on Candace in her confessional. Like, well, Candace was mocking her, and well, Candace was doing this. Like, girl, shut up. She was like, of course, she can't take any accountability for Deborah. Deborah's a grown woman. She's accountable for her own actions. But I really wish that Ashley would have said, like, no, Deborah was wrong. She should never threw a glass at someone. You could fight without even throwing a glass. Like, that's just a low blow. Like, if you're doing that, that means you ain't got no hands, okay? But granted, it shouldn't end in violence. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. But like throwing a glass, like I want to actually be like, no, what Deborah did was wrong. Instead, she was just trying to double down, trying to spin it, trying to make it Candace's fault. Then saying that Kay was, fighting Candace's battle. Actually, I think Robin said that. And I'm just like, how are y'all trying to spin this and make this Candace's fault? Y'all not saying nothing about Deborah. I mean, later on, Ashley did say, like, okay, I had to take a pause on my friendship with Deborah because she went and doubled down on it when in social media and all that stuff. But I still didn't hear Ashley say in her confession that Deborah was wrong for throwing that drink. Like, you got to watch that Ashley girl. I mean, Ashley wasn't even present during the fight. She wasn't present from the last fight with Candace and Monique, but she's never on the right side of things. Never on the right side. This is crazy though, because this is like the second big fight in Potomac. Like, it's just outright crazy. And I don't mind, like, in the streets, obviously fighting sometimes is what it comes to, TV is a different story, but throwing the glass is where I really draw the line. Like, girl, you out of line. So 2 days later, Mia is throwing a showcase to reveal the photos from the magazine spreads. Each lady was representing an iconic woman throughout history. And so they had all the photos like blown up to like magazine size, well, really bigger than that. Showcased around the room and, had a little cocktail hour. But of course, it was just dark cloud over everyone because it was just 2 days since the altercation happened with Deborah and Kiana. Like, So they had to address the elephant in the room. So each like little group in at the showcase was like talking about the fight in their own way. And Ashley was, of course, saying like, "Well, Candace is calling Deborah names. If you call somebody a name, you have to be ready for what comes afterward." Like Ashley, again, you were not there. You were not present during the Monique and Candace fight. Yet you wrote a statement in support against Candace in support of Monique. Like, girl, you weren't even there. You were not there for this one, like, because you came up later telling us on what happened, what happened, what happened. Like, so you weren't there. Okay, so shut up. You don't even know what happened. But I'm glad they showed this little scene with Candace's sister sizing up Ashley as since Deborah is her friend and all, she like, so this is your friend? Like, this what your friends do? This how your friends get down? Like, this is somebody you actually call a friend? And Ashley was like, well, I don't know that side of her. I only know her as a mommy friend. Blah, 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 blah. Candace's sister, like, I'm not letting this happen again. Like, this is the second time my sister has been, kind of involved in this kind of altercation. Like, it's not happening again. I'm glad that Candace did bring her mama to the showcase because, her mama like to swing a person and hit people. So she got some back up there. So all the ladies kind of meet up at this little table, and they decide to address the elephant in the room. Karen pretty much kicks it off, but she told her, she's like, Ashley, I want to hear from you. Like, this is your friend. You brought her to the event. You brought her around the circle. Like, what do you have to say about this? So of course she did say, Deborah was in the wrong. So I'm glad she said that. But I do believe that Deborah came there to start some stuff. And Wendy clocked it too. She was like, she came with ulterior motives. Like, did y'all see Deborah's outfit? To me, I felt like she had on sweats. And I know it's an athleisure line, but we still on TV at the end of the day, right? So she had on some sweats. Like, she had on like this black t-shirt, looked like some leggings. Like, to me, she came looking for a fight. Because Neka even mentioned it, she got up from where she was over to where Candace and Wendy were to ask her why she didn't say stuff to her face. Like, girl, okay, all you had to do was stay over there in your little corner with your little friends and have a good little time. Instead, you came over there looking for trouble. So to me, I felt like Deborah came there for a fight. I don't know why. I mean, girl, if you want to be on TV, like, that's not the way to do it, but okay. But I got respect for Wendy this moment because she really kind of laid it out for Candy. She's like, you you cannot bring people around this group that is wanting to do harm to us. First, let's think about last season with Deborah. She accused Eddie of flirting with her. She accused Chris of flirting with her. And they showed the footage, and neither one of them said two words to Deborah. Two words. Chris was over there by the bar in his phone the entire time, didn't even look up to acknowledge the girl's presence. So she fabricated that whole story. Now, fast forward, she over here throwing drinks in people and throwing glasses at people's faces. Outrageous. Like, Wendy, like, you can't bring people to this group like that. You really have to vet people now because one, people have ulterior motives and they just want to be famous, just want to be on TV. Two, they're actually trying to physically harm us. Like, Ashley, take some accountability. Like, this is your friend. But she did. Glad she did, but they all agreed to, move forward as a group. Of course, friendships are not what they used to be in the group, but I don't know, some silver lining. Maybe this is, I mean, I hate to say it, maybe this is something that they could bring them together as a group. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, I already seen the reunion clip, so no, they won't. So this is the finale. So they're doing their own little, like, what are they doing next blurb on each lady. So Candace is still working on new music. So no plans on making a baby yet. Um, we did learn that Dr. Wendy, so her TV show was, no, not TV, it's on YouTube, the Dr. Wendy show. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe. I really did like that pilot episode that they showed on the show. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe to her. Robin did sign a lease at that Glow 30. I hope she didn't sign at least at that place that she showed us on the show because I felt like that space was too big. Like, girl, you need to work your way up. Like, you don't know enough about this business. They do not have a great following. So yeah, I don't know. Good luck to her. Ashley's still not divorced. Surprise, surprise. Moving on. We did learn that Giselle's dad ended up passing away kind of shortly after he had the surgery. So prayers up to her. Prayers up to her. So I guess they had wrapped filming, but they came back to start filming again because the headlines went crazy because Mia and Gordon announced their separation after 11 years of marriage, child. And Gordon is fed up, baby. The man is fed up. He went to TMZ talking about Mia is a gold digger and she's been having an affair for over 10 years. I'm like, dang, y'all been married for 11 years. She been having a 10-year affair on you, Gordon. This is crazy. But honestly, this whole scene was really confusing. I was trying to piece it together. So what I've gathered is there's a guy named Ink, INC. I don't know. That's her high school sweetheart. Okay, wait. Let me back up. So Gordon, he had prostate cancer. So I guess his down there parts weren't working like they used to. So he allowed Mia to step outside of their marriage so she could have somebody on the side. But he had two rules, okay? So the first rule is she had to be discreet, okay? I think that's an important rule. He don't want to be out here looking crazy in the streets. Two, even though anyway, okay. Two, he said that he doesn't want the kids to get involved in her whatever affair she got going on. He doesn't want the kids to be involved in any capacity. Okay? I think that's fair, okay? But apparently Mia broke both of them rules. She said, forget Gordon, F Gordon. I'm breaking both of those rules. So the kids know about the Ink Man, INC. I don't remember which name they called him. And the world know about him. Like we all know. So discretion is out the door. So Gordon was upset. He's saying you brought the kids around this man. Even one of the little kids saying that mommy trying to get rid of you so Mr. Ink can be our daddy. I'm paraphrasing, but something like that. So, and he felt like Mia was just kind of throwing the relationship in his face more. But apparently, I don't know, they started bleeping. They were saying the man's name, Ink, and then they started bleeping out another person's name who lives in Atlanta. So it's making me think that we're not saying Ink anymore. So is there another person, another man involved in Atlanta who apparently thinks that Mia's son Jeremiah is his? I was confused. But I almost think they were talking about the same person, but I didn't understand why they started saying his name in the beginning, then start bleeping his name out. So I think that's where I gathered that they may be talking about two different men. I don't know, but apparently one day Mia was talking to the man for like hours upon hours. So Gordon took her phone for like 2 hours and then like locked her in a room. And so she lashed out and went to Atlanta. And I mean, honestly, if somebody take my phone for 2 hours like they my daddy and lock me in a room, I'm out of there too. And I'm not coming back because like, who are you? Like, what? You lock me in a room and take my phone for 2 hours? You cannot put me on punishment. Like, you're not my father. Like, that's what she was trying to say. But he wasn't hearing that. He was like, end the discussion. He walked out when she said, Gordon, you're not my dad. Like, he walked out. He did not like to hear that. But it just seems to me that Gordon gave Mia too many passes. And he couldn't handle it. But are we not going to address that Mia doesn't even know if Jeremiah is Gordon's child? Are we just going to act like we didn't hear that? Like, she didn't say that with confidence, like, Gordon is Jeremiah's father. Like, I don't think this girl knows, y'all. But to me, the marriage seemed like it started off in shambles because Gordon even mentioned, one of them mentioned that she had an affair before they actually got married. They were still, a couple. She had slept with somebody before they even got married. So it started off in shambles. So I'm like, how could you, when it starts off like that, how do you pick it up? But Gordon was ready to lay out all on the line. Did y'all hear what he said? Me was like, this is not fair. This is not fair. He was like, well, go find a carnival, baby. He's like, y'all, Gordon was not having it with Mia. He was laying it all out. He was like, you just told me you was sleeping with Mr. Atlanta dude, and now you trying to double down on it. He was like, stick to a story, Mia. Stick to a story. And which is kind of what we've been saying this whole time. We didn't see Mia on our TV screen. Like, stick to a story because the girl lies so much. So that's why I kind of believe Gordon. I still believe Gordon, y'all, but this reunion though, this reunion, I think it's gonna be good. But some kind of way, like Gordon was in her dressing room saying hi on FaceTime to the ink guy. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, Gordon, I thought you weren't okay with this. Why are you speaking to this man saying hi to him on FaceTime? But like, but when they get out there with Andy, he's like ready to air her out. I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think about Mia and Gordon? I just think it's hard to really build on something if you start on shaky ground. And that's where I think that I feel like their marriage has been rocky for 11 years. For the entirety of their marriage, it's been up and down, up and down. You can have a side boo here, you can have a side boo here. I mean, I think he gave her too many passes. Now he just can't handle it. But she's confused about it. She's like, dang, you knew about all of this stuff. So, like, why are you mad now? But, oh, y'all, what a mess. What a mess. But let me know your thoughts on Mia and Gordon. I don't even know. I almost don't even want to know y'all thoughts about the K and Deborah situation because there is a clear person in the wrong. And if you say the wrong name, I'm going to be upset. Okay, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.